Hello and welcome to NARL Season 17 here at Willow Springs. I am joined by Tristan Grace and soon to be joined by Victor Delgado III. He's currently wrapping up the NASCAR Budweiser Series post-race interviews on that. Mr. Tristan Grace, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I'm ready to watch a bit of road course action tonight for NARL. I'm not much of a road course racer, so I elected to sit in the booth for this one and just watch all these guys do their great stuff.
Right, yeah. Yeah, as for myself, I love road courses. I'm not the best on them, but I do enjoy racing them. They do add for a very fun element in racing here in NR2003. And you know, this being the first time this track has ran in NARL, to my knowledge, unless they've ran it some other time that I've forgotten about. It looks like they're going to be doing 36 laps tonight here at the interestingly shaped track. And it looks like we got, let's see, 21 projected laps on the tank, so one stopper if you're basing it off of fuel. However, I have heard from some drivers that tires are going to be a big factor tonight.
Yes, I'm sorry, I was busy. I was captivated. I just watched Landon Lyle hit a jump and go so high he could be picked up on Hartsfield International Airport air traffic control.
There you go. Him being that heavy, I'm surprised he got up that high.
Haha, Landon Lyle, fat joke.
But yeah, as I said, tire wear, I think that's going to be a really big thing to look at, along with the tire heat in these tires as it gets on and going. Another thing I'm noticing here, which I'm not familiar with, is a grass version of this track, which I'm definitely not complaining. This is an interesting new aesthetic that I'm seeing here for Willow Springs. And I think, I want to say Score ran this track at one point. I could be incorrect on that. I believe it was the same exact version, the same grass and all that. Whenever I ran this track instead of Corsa, and from what I've seen on modern pictures from this track, it looked to have been like a sand track, you know. It was covered in sand, you know, like a postmodern Sonoma. Or, well, I say postmodern Sonoma. The whenever they added grass to Sonoma. So, definitely a interesting aesthetic they have here.
Yeah, or like a Riverside. I believe that was a sand track as well.
Oh yeah, Riverside. Yeah, that's another. I really like both those tracks. Maybe I have a thing for sand road courses. Maybe that's something I really enjoy.
I don't know. Can somebody please make like a vibrant, lush grass Sonoma? Like it's so depressing going on sand Sonoma.
Yeah. Are you talking about for NR2003?
Yeah.
IFAR, I believe IFAR has one that they use for that. Fairly vibrant. I think DSRA uses a similar version, but I think they elected to use a sand version. I do not quite 1000% remember on that, but definitely something to take note of. Top the timing sheets right now. It is Landon Lyle with a 117.3, about 6/10 over Steven Gibson, who has currently got the points lead here in NARL. Third on the timing sheets is TalhaDevYT. He's got a 117.9 as well. And fourth on the timing sheets, that is Alexander Gonzalez Green. Fifth on the timing sheets, one of the NARL road course ringers. And some call him the pool ball, some call him the green guy. I'm joking, I just came up with that on the spot. Neil Gallagher in the 27, which currently not on track, but definitely one of the guys you look at when it comes to road courses and stuff with this being like high tire wear. Definitely a guy to watch.
Absolutely. He's one of those old legends that have been running in NR since like the dawn of time. So I wouldn't doubt if he could, put up a really good finish here today.
Yeah, and we've seen from Neil, not exactly up there able to put together the poles and well, I mean he can get poles here and there. Don't get me wrong, but he's not like up there winning every week kind of pace. But give him some good long runs, give him a good deck of cards, and he'll play a good game for you. Got Victor Delgado III in the entering the booth after finishing the Budweiser Cup race. Howdy, howdy.
Taking a couple minutes.
All good, all good. I think we're going to qualifying here in a little bit. Dana Rivera there doing some practice. Not a whole bunch of NARL starts recently from Rivera, but definitely going to be interesting to see them tonight. See, is D-Dog Rodriguez currently he's outside the barrier. Oh, he's up to something. What number did Luco join on? Curious. I got a number for him. Nope, he rejoined the 13. Okay. Alright.
Are you Android in TeamSpeak? Oh, I don't have the welcome channel whispered to. I should probably fix that.
Drivers, to your cars.
Alright, well, looks like they're going to try and start qualifying here. Yeah, I mean, we've seen these times in practice.
Okay.
We'll see what they put in qualifying.
Can you... Oh.
Well, as I get that sorted out, I'm going to get my pit lane cams and my other cameras set up. We'll be good to go. I'm going to want to do with this one. I think I'll use it for turn 1. There we go. Go disconnected. He's got about 3 minutes to rejoin with a proper number.
All right. even though we are in qualifying right now, I'm going to roll it back for a little bit because we need to take care of getting a last driver in. After that, we roll.
But, there's not a line on pit road counting pit exits, so probably gonna have to base that on the concrete slab before the exit.
That is usually the case.
So, Victor, how was Budweiser?
You know, for a newer Texas, the racing was actually pretty good.
Oh. Who ended up winning?
It was 300ths of a second between Hector Garcia and Friesen Rodriguez.
Oh, daggum. Was it Rodriguez or Hector that ended up on top?
Hector?
Oh, sweet. Alright. But that'll be interesting for the points battle in there.
Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, Garcia should take the points lead over there over Lars Renoir, who finished a distant 4th place.
Alright, well, congrats to Hector Garcia on winning Budweiser. Looks like we got a little bit of an intermission here before as they get this one driver sorted out. The rookie of Anthony Licado. Give these guys a little bit of time to figure out these last little bits of the track that they couldn't quite figure out before, or any other issues they might have had. You get a quick restroom break in if you didn't already. But yeah, we got 36 laps tonight. Got 22 on a tank. Victor, what are you thinking strategy-wise would be the best way to go here tonight?
Well, as someone who just joined the server, I have no idea what tire fall is looking like, but I want to presume a one stop.
Gotcha, yeah. From what I have been told by some of the drivers, tire fall-off is actually pretty interesting. TalhaDevYT did a few laps earlier. I think he said it did about 5 laps, and tires went down to about 80 on the F5 menu. Just to give you an idea.
10-4.
Yeah, I never really concerned myself with tire fall off. I just drove as hard as I could until it just wasn't driving well anymore.
Yeah. Honestly, I think with NR2003 online racing, for the most part, being so competitive anymore, it's you know, no more coming down to the fact of just putting that raw pace down and hoping the tires last to the finish. It's more so just managing your stuff and trying not to beat yourself, but also not lowering that pace too much.
So we're going to go to qualifying now.
All right. So what number he ended up joining as?
Drivers, to your cars.
He joined as the 45.
Is that default car? Probably default.
45.
I probably got a number card for that. I think it should be good.
And for the baseball fans out there, Braves versus Dodgers is about to start.
Nice. You said baseball?
Yes.
Yeah, I know Troxel was in here the other day talking about baseball. In fact, that was one of his top tips. I think I still have saved as that too. Let me check.
And then I just looked at the Stanley Cup playoffs, and the Carolina Hurricanes are about to get their second consecutive series sweep. They swept the Ottawa Senators, and they're one game away from sweeping the Philadelphia Flyers.
There you go. Yeah, Troxel's top tips. Now this is a little outdated. I haven't updated it, but fits with what you're saying. You must watch baseball. Baseball is a great sport. Go stand in the rain for 5 minutes.
I actually considered joining my church's softball league for this summer. Currently waiting on my Texas A&M baseball jersey to come in.
Oh, nice. Might get on off track the way these guys aren't having to wait 20 years to get back in. Like Dan Silla was in the server briefly. I don't believe he's going to be... Well, actually, let me check to see if he... Yeah, no, he left a while ago and hasn't come back, so probably won't be seeing him tonight. But yeah, wait for those quali laps to roll in. It is a fairly long track, so it does take a minute. Yeah, it looks like we're starting to see some times on the board. Guys putting in, so about a minute 17 lap times. I think all these guys get about 1 lap for their qualifying session, so nothing too crazy in terms of being able to go out with that second lap and have that on your belt.
You only got 1 lap, better make it count.
Yeah. Stephen Gibson, he might have had an issue.
Well, while we're waiting for qualifying to get done, I'd like to share a little bit of literature from the late great John Milton, Paradise Lost. Book 1, The Argument. This first book proposes, first in brief, the whole subject, man's disobedience, and the loss thereupon of paradise wherein he was placed, then touches the prime because of his fall. The serpent, or rather Satan, in the serpent, who revolting from God and drawing to his side many legions of angels, was by the command of God driven out of heaven with all his crew into the great deep. Which action passed over, the poem hastes into the midst of things, presenting Satan with his angels now fallen into hell, described here, not in the center, for heaven and earth may be supposed as yet not made, certainly not yet accursed, but in a place of utter darkness, fitly is called chaos. Here Satan and his angels, lying on the burning lake, thunderstruck and astonished. Qualifying's over.
I was zoned out, like, what are you talking about?
Oh, I was reading Paradise Lost.
Ah, okay. But yeah, it looks like, who we got on the pole? I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, AGG, Alexander Gonzalez Green, on the pole for tonight. Definitely been a force to be reckoned with here on these road courses in NARL, so definitely going to be one to watch tonight.
If there's anyone to challenge him, it'll be the driver starting right beside him, Stephen Gibson. Only within a tenth of that 1 car.
Yeah, definitely so. Stephen, oh my gosh, John Felber's flying. Oh my gosh. Alright. Yeah, Stephen, he's really had unearthly pace throughout his run here in NARL. In fact, I think he's got the points lead still.
And we might as well finish up the qualifying order since we started. Landon Lau and Gio Bononi, who just came off the C-Series Championship yesterday, will make up row number 2. Tyler Aziz and Neil Gallagher, row number 3. Row 4 has Cole Rodriguez and Daniel Rivera. Row 5 is John Felber and Roman Gonzalez. Row 6, Oliver Zebrowski and Cameron Jamison. Cole Mather and Nathan Hops in row 7. Nicholas Justice in 15th, the final driver to set that time. I believe it is Jericho Foy, Daniel Rodriguez, and Ethan Legato, who will make up the 18 car grid for tonight.
And Anthony Legardo making his debut here tonight, so we'll see how he does.
I've seen him before. I do a Sunday afternoon league where me and him race together, and he just exists. He's not terrible, but he's just there.
Gotcha.
And to make your debut at a road course is certainly a choice, let alone a road course that doesn't really get brought up too often when it comes to United States road courses.
Definitely so.
And Willow Springs being the oldest active within the United States, just 80 miles north of Los Angeles.
Wait, is this the like oldest active road course?
Yeah, they don't host too many events actually. They've hosted NASCAR stuff, but it's just one of those tracks that just sits there and really its only purpose nowadays is just for film stuff.
Gotcha. I mean, it's a big piece of history. I definitely would hate to see that go regardless. I do know they did some revamps with it recently from what I've seen.
Yeah, and the most recent event they hosted in real life, according to the wiki, it was 2017 with the Trans Am West Coast Series.
Ah. I think another thing this track has going for it, at least from what I'm aware, I don't believe it's around anything either, so there's no really like big developmental reasons to take it out really.
Which is a good thing.
Oh yeah, I'm not complaining. I'm just, I'm happy it's here. I'm hoping it's here to stay.
Exactly. Urban sprawl has been a absolute disaster for historical speedways.
Yeah. But yeah, they got a little bit left here in happy hour, just getting those last warm-up laps in, figuring out any last bits, obviously practicing your pit stops, making sure your pit stop is where you know it's going to be, all that jazz. Got a Cameron Jamison here. As notoriously said time and time again, road courses aren't really his cup of tea in terms of being able to be upfront and consistent, but he's actually had a fairly solid season, so good on him for that.
Right, it is race time. So rules for the race are that when we have a wreck, it will be
Drivers,
a
to your cars.
field will be frozen. There will be no racing back to the line, and there will be no pace car from the game. Everything that we do in this game for cautions will be by my voice. Also, to bring out a caution, it has to be a 3 or more car wreck. So if it's 2 cars that get into a wreck and go off the track, we stay green. It has to be 3 or more, or a car that has somehow managed to land itself upside down. When we're about to go green, I will call quiet zone where nobody can type in chat, then control where it is up to the leader to type green into chat before he crosses the start finish line. If he does not, then we will start over again and try to do better next time. It's going to be a 36 lap race. The fuel is going to allow you to probably make it about that far, but the tires are going to be the more exciting part for you to deal with. So just be careful. Good luck.
Drivers, start your engines!
That pretty much goes back to the question you asked me. It says, I believe it should be a one-stop strategy. The field can make it all 36 laps, most likely, but it's going to be a matter of those tire strategies.
Yeah, definitely so.
18 cars roll off the grid.
Okay, we also have a track we also have a driver that wasn't able to load in, so we're going to do a quick restart. This will not
Well.
count towards our one extra restart that we will have if we have a wreck on the first lap.
Alright, let's try that again.
To your cars.
A missing driver and Nicholas Justice blowing first gear.
Yeah, we'll get it going here sooner or later.
Drivers, start your engines!
Alright, the field is rolling off for attempt number 1, technically, or attempt number 2, but they get a third attempt for if they need an actual restart.
Yes, sir. 18 cars around the very empty California landscape. As they'll wait for the pace car to head in, it will be Alexander Gonzalez Green on driver's left versus Stephen Gibson, driver's right. Those are your top 2 picks in terms of who will win at this very dormant road course. Pace car heads in 2 by 2. It is lights, camera, wait for it. Lights, camera, action. We are underway in Willow Springs.
Yeah, Victor, you were dead on about the very empty California landscape. I just turned my graphics from minimal to all for trackside objects, and there was no difference.
Tag on.
I'm just making past Rabbit's Ear, turn number 2, still side by side. EGG's gonna have the preferred line through turn 3 as they make their way upward towards Budweiser Balcony. He gives it with the preferred line at the right side of the track. He gets the race lead. Make their way down through turns number 6 and 7 onto Moreau Ridge. The white car is just not wanting to give up the lead any further than he has to. Past Wing's leg, going down towards the sweeper of turn 8. Then one more corner, turn 9. And it should be Stephen Gibson who will lead the opening lap.
Oh, he ran wide. It's going to be a run for the 1 car.
Right behind those two, we have Landon Lyle and Gino Bononi in an absolute dogfight at the current moment. Landon Lyle has the inside line coming into 1, but Gino still takes a spot, bro.
And pass for the lead. Alexander Gonzalez Green overtakes the 86 in turn 1.
Looks like Landon Lyle.
Go ahead.
Looks like Landon Lyle might actually lose a spot to TalhaDevYT as well. He is lighting up that 42 cars back bumper.
Top 5, not really making any headway, but here comes Bononi wanting a look at second place from Stephen Gibson as they make their way past turn 5, but currently not within reach.
You seen AGG ate some curb there, lost a little bit of momentum, but he still got the spot.
And all it takes is to minimize mistakes here at this road courses. AGT really versatile on these road courses. Likely has his limits figured out, even if he doesn't have a lot of track time on the track. I can't really confirm that, but he will lead the second lap of the race. But here comes Gibson gonna be a dive bomb into Castro corner, turn number 1.
Yeah, both these guys know how important it is to have that control spot in this race. That's why they're fighting so hard so early for it.
AGG preferred line on the driver's right, and he'll be able to defend. He opens up an opportunity for Benoni, but unable to capture the left side into turn 3. Benoni's gonna try to set him up, but he has the speed now, but unable to utilize it into turn 5. The top 3 have broken off. Meanwhile, there's a Landow trying to break off from Aziz and Cole Rodriguez, 5th and 6th. Neil Gallagher, 7th as Lomson. John Felber trying to follow him. Rivera, 9th. And Roman Gonzalez in 10th.
Yeah, one thing we're going to be seeing a bit of here is that speed differentiation. You're going to be having some guys that are thinking, all right, my tires, I need them to last. Some guys that kind of have it figured out where they can kind of push a little bit, but know the limit on those tires to an extent. Or maybe they push too hard. Maybe we'll see.
That was 1:17 during qualifying. The fastest laps only after 3 laps was a 1:18.4 by Gino Bononi, who is looking to pounce on Gibson this lap. Again, not close enough. Doesn't want to run into the back of him. But he can't not get to the inside through Budweiser balcony as long as that 86 continues to hold firm on the right side of the preferred line through turn 4.
Yeah, and Lyle's starting to catch up a little bit here. Nothing too crazy, but a few gains in some of those corners up there.
And with tire saving, this track has a lot of speed for only a 2.5 mile road course with these big sweepers. The only real slow corner at turn 4 about Budweiser balcony. So tire saving as well as not wanting a steering lock or any type of lockup will get you very far into the long run here. Already about to hit a lap car, that being Anthony Licadu in the number 45.
It's only been 3.25 laps. Daggum, alright.
Still better than hitting the lap car of John Anthony.
That's true. Oh, and he's off track.
And he gets out of the way, pretty much. Even if it wasn't intentional, he's gonna rejoin the track.
Oh,
Just
D-Dog.
past, oh, okay. That's D-Dog directly behind the 45 Abbey. He was rejoining, going for a spin of his own. He'll get back going, but most likely gonna try to not lose 8 more positions going up against Cam Jan, who hits the curb, and he'll be able to defend that position. And Cam Jan goes for a little bit of off-roading himself. Zabrowski just behind him, also doing the same. He's already a lap down. And we already have one retirement also, number 00 with a gearbox failure.
Daggum, this turned into a race of attrition. Only 15 cars in this race now. Or, well, there's 15 on the lead lap, rather.
Damn, maybe I should have been, or I could have got easy at top 10.
Did I say top 10? Let's say top 15 if I did say top 10.
Nah, but if at this rate, could have got a top 10.
Yeah, maybe.
For second, we got Benoni looking inside through turn 2, but stuck in the outside turn 3. It's Gibson 3-0 in his favor and being able to defend against Benoni. Now allow Landon Lau to gain a little headway, setting a 1:18.6 this most recent lap. And that was also his best personal lap of the race, putting him 3rd overall.
Yeah, and he's we'll slip up there. It's gonna hurt his tires a little bit, but you know, he's caught these guys a little bit. He's gonna get some of their slipstream and some of the straightaways. It might help him a little bit timing wise. We'll see what he's got for these guys.
As he's comfortably fifth place right now, hasn't gained anything since the start. Just letting the leaders dictate their own pace and having Aziz hopefully be able to benefit during the long run here.
Yeah, I mean, definitely he's the only guy I'm really seeing that's kind of been, I wouldn't say hardcore save, but the point where he's saying where he's not really catching up to that lead pack. Or, well, I say that, he's actually getting a lot of time right through here, but...
You know, a bit of a slip up through 5 there.
Yeah. We'll see how that ends for him.
And talking about Lyle lining up with charge, he was third fastest this previous lap, but now as we head into lap 8, 7 laps complete, he has now set the fastest lap, so it's just one of those gambles where you may want to push because this track is really slipstream reliant. You gotta have partners to work with down the straightaways, and if he loses touch of those leaders, he'll fall back to Aziz and likely not have a chance to win the race.
Yeah, definitely so. It's about that risk management.
And right now the battle for second is heating up between Gino and the 86.
Getting this guy on the grass a little bit.
And Benoni ensuring that Gibson has no leverage.
I see that in the corner of my eye. I couldn't help it. Chuckle a little bit
Like
at
a moment.
We all know what we saw.
So, with AGG coming around turn number 9 to complete 8 laps of 36 here at Willow Springs, he leads the race over Steven Gibson. It'll be Gino Benoni in 3rd, Lyle P4, Tyler Aziz in 5th, Cole Rodriguez in 6th, all of them hitting the grass at the exit, allowing Neil Gallagher to potentially challenge the 91 car. He's in 7th. 8th place, John Filber. 9th, Darren Rivera and Roman Gonzalez. Top 10, all of them towards the back here, just all on their own islands.
Oh, and it appears second has miraculously caught the leader.
Wait, what? Oh.
But something must have happened because he just said 19.6, but now they're side by side through turn 4. EGG with the speed around Budweiser balcony, able to defend. And Gibson a little hot through 5, trying to find speed in 6, only to hit the curb. Trying to chip off any top speed it was looking to gain down this straightaway.
Gibson going for the lead through that right-hander right there, and he's absolutely gone now.
It will overtake and he'll retake the charge. He led the opening lap. He'll lead his 2nd lap of the day. AGG is really slow. I think he broke 3rd gear. He was stuck at 3rd gear through going 190 or 137, sorry, down this pitch straightaway.
That would probably be why he caught up, lost the lead. Yeah, that's definitely gonna throw a big wrench in his race.
Well, he's dealt with having no rear downforce at Canadian Tire before, but I don't, with the speeds around this course, I don't see...
Oh, the leader!
Oh, no,
that's for the lead.
What the fuck has Kyle Petty got to do with this?
The 45! Holy! He chops off the 86, warps into him, and costs him what potentially could be the win of this race.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he has fallen down to 9s. It was looking to be down to 10s until Reverse spun out on his own, but that's just a gut wrencher for Gibson. The top two, who I thought were going to be the favorites of this race, both of them now having issues. That gives Gino Bononi the race lead.
Yeah, AGG just lost a spot to TalhaDevYT there in that front straightaway. And, you know, both those cars having similar paint schemes as well. I think both having patriotic paint schemes in that. I find it's kind of funny as well.
Kind of reminiscent of the almost cheese food on cheese food car violence back at Iowa.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So we're 10 laps in, and a lot has stirred up in just the previous 2 laps alone. But here comes AGG looking to take back the podium places, and he will.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the pace to, you know, keep up. He's probably the quickest car on pace. It's just without that 4th gear, it's really going to throw a wrench on him on the straightaways.
And I presume this and the pit straightaway are his biggest weaknesses as we approach this 2/3 remainder of the race.
Yeah, definitely so. And I mean, able to have that pace through the uphill section of the track. If he's able to have enough pace at the other parts of the track, I think it might be enough to where he can kind of still hold on to a top 5, maybe a podium, if he's able to make work of it. But we'll just have to see on that.
So at least for the time being, it'll be a trade for 3rd place with AGG and TalhaDevYT. As he's having to cut through the grass on the right-hand side to get back to position with that speed difference.
Oh wow!
Oh, nudge!
Yeah, and you know, if you're Talha, you want to be ahead of him, knowing he's going to be slower on the straightaways. You have to keep making that overtake. But if you're AGG, you want to hold on to every spot you can with whatever's in your ability.
And all of this back and forth is allowing Landon Lamb and P2 to break away from them. They were both of them were half a second slower than a 42 car. And that 42 is still only 0.3 slower than the 24 of Gino Bononi.
That 42 is right now just absolutely lurking, trying to gain speed where he can to hopefully hunt down that 24 car.
Only 1/10 off this time for Landon Lamb, but still slower, allowing a 24 to pull away. Those are the top 2. Aziz back ahead of AGG, probably not gonna last very long. Colrad in 5th, Steven Gibson after his incident with the lap car back up to 6th, John Felber 7th, Roman Gonzalez 8th, Dan Rivera P9, and I'm trying to find a 10th place, that being now being inherited by Cameron Jamison, just complete the pass on Neil Gallagher for that position.
Ah, daggone. If I can find him, daggone, where's he at? There he is. Yeah, I would not have expected to hear Cameron Jamison passing Neil Gallagher at a road course, but here we are. I think something might have happened to Neil as well.
Yeah, he 143, so that must have been a big mistake for the 27, and now he's going to get back by Cameron Jamison here.
A brief top 10 moment for Cameron Jamison.
His spotlights for the race, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, his rears are starting to get really slidey on some of these exits as those tires are starting to wear out more.
Well, look at you. I thought he was gonna go all the way out the track as Benoni was about to overtake him again. It's bad enough to have one lap car infraction if you're a debut driver in NARL, but two of them?
Yeah, that would be that wouldn't look good on the resume by no stretch. He's gonna make these guys run the high line. Oh, the one car!
He gets hit by AGG.
And the 45 continues to be a terrorist today.
Right in front of the 86, he almost took the 86 out again! Holy!
If he's not gonna have a lengthy vacation, I don't know if I will.
Yeah, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. But I don't know about this.
This penalty report is going to be like the Nuremberg trials for the 45.
Yeah.
In exchange for this, that means Stevie Gibson, he's gonna rush up wide through turn 1. Colbert trying to pounce on that, but ultimately Gibson completes the pass for 5th place.
Yeah, for Gibson, you know, I can't help but wonder having to do all that pushing with this going on. Surprised he's actually able to catch up with that in mind.
Yeah, despite the wreck he had with Luckadoo, he looking to keep his car under control. The pit window is likely open now. We're about to complete 15 laps of 36. If you're going to do a one-stop strategy at a road course, you might as well split it in half.
Yeah, definitely so. I think C36, it's like, what's that? I don't know math on that. I think it's like
18.
Yeah, 18 be halfway. So probably when we'll see some of these guys pit. I'm thinking some of these guys might be scared to do an undercut, but you know, at the same time, might not have the tires for that. Might not have the tires to wait any longer either. So we'll have to see on that. You might see some differing strategies.
Yeah, back to the lap times. At least with Benoni, he has fallen 3 seconds off the pace. NL P2 holding similar pace with a 24. TalhaDevYT, the fastest out of these top 3 currently, only 2.5 seconds fall off for the 14.
Yeah, and I was, you know, back to that point I was making earlier when he was saving a bit more. One of the only cars that wasn't really trying to put that push on to get in the draft, and I think this is the reward of that, being able to have that pace in this long run.
Now past the finish line, he was 4.5 seconds back of the leader, but he is certainly making headway towards Landon Lau, only a tenth faster than him this most recent time, but he is within that slipstream.
Yeah, that's going to really help here on these straightaways. Oh, he missed the exit. Oh, he's pitting.
TalhaDevYT goes in along with
That
AGG.
nearly a plow for AGG.
Yeah, AGG big gambles on pit entry there. And Gibson and Rodriguez follow. So they're going to take a little bit of an undercut, which I think, I don't know about Talha, I think he could have maybe stayed out a little longer, but for Gibson, AGG, Colruyt, I think that is the golden decision here.
Yeah, trying to cut into Benoni's lead as much as you can without losing too much sight on reaching the checker flag without another pit stop.
AGG is going to come out ahead of the 14 there. And again, not having that fourth gear, I still think he is in contention for something here. Wouldn't count him out.
So AGG, number 1 car, has the provisional 3rd place, as the top 2 have remained on track.
And you see Lyle's actually saving a little bit on fuel. This Gino's going to pit here.
Yeah, but
Lyle
I believe.
staying out.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Lyle's staying out.
I'm gonna check fuel again, because what could happen is, yeah, it's only 20 laps, so sometimes the number you read in a garage is for 1x, and it won't actually update until you get on track and do some laps. But from my garage, it says 20 laps, so that allow likely to try to make it an even split and prevent the likelihood of need to save fuel in the second half of this race.
I think that's a wise idea.
Benoni out to the pit lane ahead of Aziz, who's just gotten by EGG. We're through turn 1. Both of them making their way through Rabbit's ear, still in reach of each other.
I think that's actually pretty big for Gino, having that undercut and still being able to, or having that, overcut and still being able to hold that lead.
It's side by side. Gonzalez Green versus Aziz. Aziz has the better line, but ATG got the better speed out of the corner and retake that position. All this for 5th place according to the game, but Benoni scored 2nd currently, so we'll see how long until the game corrects itself as Landau now into the pit lane exactly halfway through the race.
Yeah, I think that's a really good strategy there. Just cut it down the middle and put yourself in the best circumstance you can for basically on both stints.
If we're going to see how this mixing strategy shakes out once he gets out of the pit road and up to speed.
He's not getting the lead, that's for sure, because he stayed out for so long. He's gonna blend side by side with Colrad through turn 1. But this is for 7th place.
He will have slightly newer tires than the rest of the field, though. Could this play into account?
I mean, a lap is about a minute 17. It's a decent bit of tire. I think it'll play a bit of a factor for sure. But I don't know if it's going to be to where he can gain the spots back that he lost of a factor. We'll just have to see.
Well, in terms of tire advantage, most of the field pitted on lap 16 into 17. Benoni, race leader, as he'll inherit that, will continue to lead and have a 1-lap tire advantage. Landau in the best position right now with 2-lap fresher tires compared to the rest of the field.
You know, another thing that Gino has in his advantage, he's got that buffer with the 1 and 14. I mean, the 1, it's basically just a back and forth almost every lap where the 14 will pass him right around here, and the 1 able to, pass him back once they get into the uphill section of the track, and that's almost like a continuous battle that's happening, and that'll probably put a buffer between him and whoever tries to get up and pass these guys, if that happens.
The more they battle, the more time they'll lose, and eventually neither of them will get to Benoni and maybe fall victim to Gibson and Lau, who are having their own battle for 5th as they go through turn 3. And Lau forced to back off.
As of right now, Landon Lyle has caught the 86, and he is making his way up through the field right now. Maybe those tires are going to do something after all.
Yeah, definitely so. Remember Steven, with that lap car incident earlier, he's kept himself in the game. I wouldn't count him out yet either.
Now, if Landon Lyle did lose some weight, it might help him a little bit in this situation.
Yeah, definitely so.
Seems like that weight disadvantage doesn't matter as he swiftly gets by Gibson through the sweeper.
Yeah, one thing, no, I've heard some clutching out of one of these cars through that last section.
Well, with most of the field pitting at lap 16, they're right on the money on making it. from what I've been able to detail through the garage menu.
Yeah, definitely so. We're probably, like I said, here's some clutch out of some cars who maybe don't feel they're comfortable on fuel, might be driving a little bit different. So definitely watch out for maybe some guys maybe running out of gas towards the end of this thing. Oh, and the 14 has spun
Oh,
out.
it gets turned at Budweiser balcony. EGG stops, likely as an act of sportsmanship, and he's gonna blend a bit back behind the 14, trying to make a clean pass this time.
Yeah, top 10 NR respect moments. You accidentally wreck somebody at a road course, let them by, out of respect, like, hey man, didn't mean to wreck you. And, so big sign of respect there. Fortunately, it's going to cost both of them quite a bit of time and a couple spots, but times you can only do what you got with what you got.
And that puts the 14 at risk of not being able to make it with those worn tires. He's likely going to need another pit stop.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to, the one car can stop, let him by, but, has an advantage now on tires. And I'm wondering, Talha, see how far he can go with that.
Now, currently Neil Gallagher is leading. He pitted at lap 11 into 12, so he has the track position, but it's actually currently matching Giambanoni in second, who is only 7.5 seconds behind at 27.
Yeah, it looks like Neil, I think, probably going for a two-stop. So we'll see. I'm really curious to see how he comes out of that, to be honest. He's really the only guy I'm seeing trying that two-stopper.
Yeah, I didn't. It took me by surprise whenever I saw Neil was in the lead. Hopefully he can hold on and get the win here.
Yeah, we'll see. Got about a little over 10 to go.
I believe the 27 had just hit the points of the tire falloff, only setting a 20.79 this most recent lap compared to Giambanoni's 19.4.
Yeah, I honestly at this point I don't think it's gonna be a winning strategy, but I mean he could maybe still get a podium if he is able to hit his marks right. I say maybe a podium.
I mean, for somebody who ended up, was outside of the top 5 for the first half of the race, a podium finish wouldn't be too bad for Neil Gallagher.
Yeah, definitely so. Maybe he gets a caution going his way. Heck, maybe he ends up with the lead here. But with how spread out this track is and the 3-car caution rule, I highly doubt we'll have one of those unless there's a flip or something like that.
Neil Gallagher trying to do something different with pit strategy on the sport courses. He leads the race as we're about to complete 23 laps here. Got a little bit of traffic ahead and behind him. Got Giambanoni P2 trailing him down rapidly. Lyle in P3 trailing him down rapidly. Stephen Gibson P4, Cole Rodriguez in 5th. There's Gonzalez Green and TalhaDevYT still battling each other. This is for 6th place. Then 8th place, Daniel Rivera, who I do know has a broken 3rd gear. He runs 8th place. John Felber 9th. And Roman Gonzalez completing the top 10 and is the next car about to go 1 lap down.
Yeah. Yeah, that battle between Aziz and Gonzalez and Gonzalez Green is basically the battle that never ends.
All it takes for an exciting battle with AGG is to nerf him.
Daggone. They give him freaking success ballast spray. The NARL officials took away his 4th gear.
I find Lyle a lot closer to Benoni than I last checked in with him only a lap ago, so either Benoni slipped up or land allowance, find a lot of speed. And it was the former, only a 26.4 for the 24, so he must have spun out somewhere.
You know, with the high pressure of this track, you know, the tires, they get hot, they get really slidey if you're not careful. You overstep those boundaries, opens the door for a lot of mistake. And you know, as this race ticks down, there's a lot less room for those mistakes, but a lot less time to lose as well.
And speaking of mistakes, Steven Gibson, who was running 4th place, really wide through turn 2, loses the position over to Colrod. Aziz and EGG not close enough to not to take advantage of that opportunity, as they still fight each other, but it helps them close in at a 86.
Yeah. And you know, you said Gino might have made a mistake. He actually just lost a ton of time that lap as well. Lyle is really catching. That makes me a little bit more interested in how Gallagher's going to come out of this.
But now it's even lap times between Gallagher and Benoni, and I heard that 24 clutch into turn 1 just now.
The fact the tires are that much older for Gallagher and they're still holding really similar pace like that is actually really impressive out of that 27 to be able to hold that.
And he usually knows what he's doing at these pro courses, even with these weird alternate strategies.
Yeah, definitely so. They don't always work, but you know, they make for something interesting for sure.
And Gallagher now opens up to a 11-second lead over Benoni, and right in his mirror, Landon Lyle. Trying different lines to turn 8, the two of them are. Into turn 9, go down the 3rd gear. A little wide for the 42, force that line up a little bit. Let's see how lap times look as the 27 hits the pit lane for his final stop as they hit the 10 to go mark.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a heck of an uphill climb for this 27.
Probably banking for late yellow at this point with the strategy he's going with, or just get a better result than he would imagine if he followed everyone else.
That is true.
But you have to take into consideration that with these new tires, Liam Gallagher is going to be moving like Taz from Looney Tunes whenever he gets back out on the track. He's just going to be just moving up through the field, eating everybody's asshole.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 2 cars in front of him. He came out right behind the 1 in 14, or that battle for 6th right now, so he may have a couple spots here. He might be able to grab up pretty quick with that tire advantage.
This may shape up into a very good battle for the lead at the end of the race.
Yeah, that as well is now battle for the lead versus 42 and 24. This is on pace. No more pit stops for these guys unless they absolutely have to. This is on pace. And you know what? Lyle pit a lap later. He's got a fuel advantage along with it.
I just realized I accidentally said Liam instead of Neil Gallagher. I was thinking of the member of the band Oasis. I apologize.
It's all good. I thought you got his name backwards. Like, you know, Neil backwards is Leon, or Lane, I guess, or I don't know.
No, I genuinely, that's just, that's what my mind went to. Great band, by the way. Check out Oasis. Amazing band.
Yeah, this battle for the lead, I mean, it's staying interesting for sure. as we get closer and closer to the end of this run, and these tires, they're not going to get any younger.
And Willow did have a 1 lap advantage over Benoni. How much of that better rubber compared to 24 was spent on trying to catch him? It's one thing to catch him, is another thing to overtake.
Yeah, definitely so.
And this is the first time actually during this run that 42 car was slower than Benoni.
Oh yeah, he just went really wide there in that corner. That's going to cost him some time.
Hearing the 42 clutching as well, so definite concerns of fuel safe, making it a field between the top two.
Yeah, Lyle pit later, and he's still clutching for fuel, so that's now it's got me really questioning if Gino's going to make it, because he pit a lap earlier.
Oh, big headed steam through the straightaway through Wing's leg. It's gonna be side by side, Lyle opting for the long way around turn number 9.
Ran out of racetrack.
Benoni able to defend with 7 to go. No, 8 to go.
And I will say, last lap, Neil Gallagher did run his best lap of the entire race. So he is well on his way to the next group of cars to pass.
Yeah, definitely so. Like I said, already in 5th right now. He could definitely go for the podium here. Still catching that 91 and 86 as well.
18.1 at that number 27 car has set 3/10 faster than what the 42 was capable of. And will that 27 be able to regain 21 seconds within these final laps? I don't really think so, but it's worth a shot.
Yeah, I mean, gotta throw those Hail Marys in there sometime. I mean, he might not be able to gain, 21 seconds, but he can probably gain 3, and that's 2 spots if he's able to get that.
And both of them just up the road. He's got Cole Rodriguez to deal with first, getting on to 4th place.
And Landon Lyle has cleared for the lead with the same move he made last time around, this time making it stick. And Neil Gallagher overtaking the 91 in that same corner. That's that last corner, or second to last corner. I'm not sure if that's 1 or 2 corners there. However they math it up.
Be side by side again, and through Rabbit's ear.
Oh, they
touch! A
touch!
little bit of a touch.
Oh, Lyle's in the grass. He's going to send it deep here. Still trying that outside. He's going to try to go for a lower exit here, get underneath that 24. I wasn't able to quite make it stick. Doesn't quite have the tires. I've said it time and time again.
5 beautifully. Only to lose it on exits. Gotta try through turn 6 now. But the 24 car with better speed down this straightaway.
I mean, I've said time and time again, Gino is like a magician when it comes to tires. He is able to make something out of nothing when he's at a deficit with tires. He's another level of, like, not really just tire saving, but able to hold on with the pair of sets he's got and making them work.
It'll be 5 laps to go when they cross the line. Points of no return is on the horizon. We check it back in on 3rd of Stephen Gibson in the clutches of Neil Gallagher with those fresh rubber tires.
Yeah, I imagine Neil's he's gonna have to go for something here soon, because obviously, you're putting yourself in a really good spot to get to 3rd, but you want to do everything you can to put yourself in a spot to go as close to that front 2 as possible, because you don't know if both those guys might run out of fuel, they might blow a tire. Oh, big send for
he's
the
getting it.
27.
Rex the 86. Okay. Anyways,
Daggum, holy send.
he pulled a Austin Cindric 2017 Canadian Tire Motorsport Park right there.
Yeah. I don't think he was expecting that 86 to move out of the way. Obviously, you gotta go for the spots, but I think that just was so in that flow state. It's just running these corners full bore, lap after lap, and then the 86, obviously with them older tires, not able to make it stick as well. Just not quite the same caliber, and just wasn't quite ready for that. Kind of just drove through him there.
For the lead as they come up 9, Loud trying to set up the straightaway speed as they cross the start finish line to take 4 to go. Has a little bit of a run. Gonna be a matter if he wants to take that advantage of turn 1. He thought about it, but stays back. And Loud trying to diamond the corner through turn 2, but honestly that doesn't really work given how short the straightaway is before you back on the brakes for turn 3.
Definitely, yeah.
Benoni's losing the rear end now. All this battling is making the rear tires slip up.
Lyle's gonna go for the send here.
Looking inside, doing something different than what Benoni expected.
Yeah, Benoni being sure to pinch that, make sure he can try to prevent the gain as much as possible. Gonna go for a lower exit here. And Lyle is gonna have it on the exit of the corner. Here, come to
But
the
here
point
goes
of no return.
Benoni,
Actually, we're
side by
actually past point of no return.
side. Well, if it ain't the point of return now, then I don't know what will.
Yeah, 3 to go. Oh, runs him wide.
Wow, slide.
But he still gets the speed out of the corner and maintains the lead.
Comes Gino, bit of a run. Gained all that time that was pulled on him right there.
These two guys are absolutely going at it right now.
And it's like that thin line. You want to battle the car in front, but if you battle too hard, well, that's your race. Neil Gallagher catching up the distance is not going to be enough unless these guys have a really unruly mistake.
At 27 sitting 14 seconds behind the top 2. Benoni's starting to lose time to the 42. There's still a glimmer of hope for him as there are 2 lap cars up the road. Nathan Hobbs being the next car to go lapped, while Roman Gonzalez, 9th place, up the road from him. Two to go at the line. Loud faster by 0.2. Everyone else is pretty much spread out. The closest thing I could find is actually might be for 7s if Daniel Rivera is able to catch up with AGG. Both of them on equal playing field, kind of. Both of them having a broken gear of sorts.
Yeah, just one's lost 3rd, one's lost 4th.
I thought Benoni had a good run through 6, but then he slipped up on his own, but just enough to lose that speed advantage.
Yeah, he's trying everything
Might
right
make
now.
it up right here.
Come to the light.
Come on, Gino, get his ass. I don't know why I said that. I truly do like Landon Lyle.
I mean, I say what you gotta say, man.
2.5 miles remain. It's Landon versus Gino Benoni.
Yeah, it's just going to have to take some kind of mistake for that to work out. I just don't see Gino being able to get that back.
Gino's looking for every possible advantage he could get.
Trying to cut it a little bit tighter through Budweiser balcony.
It's holding on, but holding on ain't going to get you up here.
Still, Gino keeps it within car length on Landon Lyle.
Well, to aid Landon Lyle, he's got the draft of the laps car, the 02.
Yeah, if he wants to have anything, he's going to have a perfect exit off this last corner.
It doesn't
Gonna
have...
try for it, but he ain't got it.
Yep.
Oh,
I don't know if we can try the grass here, but that would cost them speed. Landon Lyle across the line. He wins at Willow Springs.
And Neil Gallagher come home third.
If he had more laps, he would have played a huge factor.
Cole Rodriguez looking to bring it home in fourth place.
And there's a wreck at through turns 5 and 6. AGG going around 38, forced to take evasive action.
Steven Gibson, heavy damage. He's in the ditch. Something happened between someone there. And Steven's going to lose a ton of spots. He's down a tire and in the ditch. Oh, that's going to cost him dearly. He's going to finish very poorly here. Probably 9th place scored since 10th place on down as a lap down.
I thought there was going to be about a 5th, but the 14 car is out of field. Daniel Rivera with a broken gear, I believe, is going to come out of this with a 5th place finish.
Yeah, AGG also getting around that 14, making some contact with him.
Yeah, looks like Steven just had a down tire right there and couldn't keep it in the turn and went down the hill there.
Here comes Scubs. He might actually be able to get 8th from TalhaDevYT. It's gonna be Scubs. Actually, Scubs bringing it home 7th actually. So Talha, if he's able to cross the line, can come home 8th, but he's just shy of it. And it may end up being having to settle for 9th on the scoring table. Just short of the line. That's how close he came on fuel.
And looking back on that final lap incident, the 86 of Steven Gibson had been blowing tired. So he was just trying to limp it on the final lap. AGG, meanwhile, got clipped by Dan Rivera trying to make a bonsai move through turn 5.
Oh my gosh, he was on a down tire for the entire last lap. Let's see where it all goes wrong for him. Yeah, just can't turn. I think he put too much gas in it. Went around and in the ditch. Nowhere to go from there. Check to see what happened with AGG and Rivera. Like you said, yeah, just a bonsai move. There's actually really close battles there. AG getting the sword in the stick. Cam Jam, I think. Oh no, he's a lap down thing. Never mind that, right? But yeah, that was just a rough situation. Then TalhaDevYT's obviously running out of gas. Not being able to finish the race. So unfortunate for him. But yeah. Oh. Let's get the post race going here in a second.
You plan to allow your race runner opting for a quick burnout before hopping off the track. Gino Benoni just shy of winning the race within 1 second. ultimately a runner-up finish. 27, Neil Gallagher. With the alternate strategy, 2 stops versus 1, he takes 3rd place. Cole Rodriguez 4th place. Dan Rivera 5th. Alexander Gonzalez Green P 6th. And Roman Gonzalez P 7, sorry. Steven Gibson P 8. And he said he didn't, but technically he is the final car to finish on lead lap. 5th Aziz running out of fuel, just shy of the finish line. He finishes 9th. And John Felber completing the top 10. Cameron Jamison 11th, Jared Gravoy in P12, Nathan Hobbs 13th, Nicholas Justice 14th, and the final car to finish the race. 5th, Oliver Zabrowski, Anthony Legato, Daniel Rodriguez, and Cole Mather, with their issues being the 4 DNFs out of this 18-car grid at Willow Springs.
Yeah, there's that. Well, looks like our race winner is in the waiting room. We'll go ahead and bring him in.
Buddy was moved to your channel.
Landon Lyle, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
There you go. All right. Well, there's a lot of guys that felt that race of attrition and felt it right in the gut. It looks like you came out on top. What was your thoughts overall?
Man, I didn't deserve to win that, but I gave it my all, and I don't know. It's crazy. Like, this is an old track, really fun setup, really fun I. I'm pretty surprised to say that, I'll be honest, but yeah, no, that was really fun. Obviously, Alex got taken out at one point, or not taken out. He lost 4th gear. Steven got taken out, and he blew a tire. He spun a couple times, I think, and Alex Tall were trying to, they were like 2 laps not to the good, and they had to save a lot. And then Gino pitted a lap before me. I went a slow lap, on a slow lap, and on my last lap of the run to make it 18, I did. That was probably the thing that helped me the most. But Gino, he was like 10 seconds up, and I was getting about a second a lap. And I didn't want to push my tires too much, because honestly, if I did, I probably would have blown a tire. I was at 35, which is red, immediately after the line. It's checkered. But yeah, Gino ran out of gas right there, and he saved really good. He held me up really well. He was making me use up my stuff a little bit more than I need to. I knew that last stretch he was doing really good at blocking me. In that stretch where you can arc it wide but then go low. That's where I was trying to get, and I nearly killed him every time. And I finally passed him down there. It felt good. But yeah, I don't know how I won that straight up. That was a very unorthodox victory for myself, I will say. I can't say I've ever won on a road course Actually, I don't think I've won a road course in any league before, other than Bud, but I'm not gonna count Bud.
That sounds kind of odd to say, because I've seen you've been very competitive on road courses. I'm kind of surprised at that fact.
I've never gotten it done. Because I mean, I don't know if you remember DSRA season 10, Watkins Glen. I had a really good battle of solos. That was probably the closest I got. And then I won a Bud Watkins Glen race, but that was a little bit easier, I guess, if I were to say. I'll take it. That just made my week, bro. Honestly, I genuinely did not think I would win that. Didn't deserve it on pace probably, but I felt good throughout practice and qualifying. And my goal was a top 5. I got to win. So, nothing better than that, man.
All right, Tristan, Victor, y'all got any questions?
No, but I think you want to
how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
A lot. And honestly, it might have been in my car, because I don't know how I made some of those rear spins work, but I don't know. That was just a weird road course race. You don't usually see a road course race where usually the usual suspect top runners get some sort of alternate issue. It genuinely just played into my hands. I know I didn't deserve it, but I mean, it's still a win, so I'm just happy. I was considering, honestly, like thinking a 2-stop, and because I was like, man, these tires might not make it. We're kind of pushing, but then we started really going slow because we realized we had to go save some gas. So that was close. I started saving gas like lap 9, so I was like halfway through the run, and that was really close. So, yeah, I don't know. It certainly a thing that I don't think will happen again, because that was unique.
Yeah.
I had fun though. Hope you guys had fun too. That was a fun battle.
But yeah, no, that was definitely a very interesting race for sure. Don't know if I've ever seen Willow Springs run in any other league except I think maybe Score ran it at one point.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my favorite tracks, but I've only ran it in Seto. I have not ran it in NR2003 yet. I hope to maybe run that one of these days. So, yeah, it looked fun from the broadcast. So, you might see me go hop in one of them races they do at Willow Springs for too long.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really fun track combo and all that. So,
yeah. Do you have any other statements before we drag someone else in?
Nope. Just have a good night, guys, and thank you for having me.
All right. Next
Buddy disconnected
up
from
on
your
the
channel.
grid is Cole Rodriguez. Got P4. We'll go ahead and drag him in.
User was moved to your channel.
Howdy, Cole. You got a copy?
Yeah, what's up?
Well, it looks like you had a pretty solid race going. The battles were kind of all over the place in between and kind of weird. Strategies were interesting. Ended up P4 after all that. What was your thoughts on that race?
Well, yeah, I definitely agree. This being a road course race, you really wouldn't think so, because there was honestly battles everywhere. But yeah, like the amount of battles and the amount of like stuff that was going. Oops. You got me still? There we go.
Yeah,
the amount of battles and stuff, the amount of things that were going on, it was just absolutely crazy for a road course. Like I felt like I was always battling somebody constantly every lap, whether it was like Steven at the end there or Alex or whoever. I mean, it was. I didn't really know what strategy to go for. I ended up doing the 1-stop. It technically didn't really work because Nail kind of drove past me there. I debated doing his strategy just because he kind of knows the track more than me, but I was just kind of stuck out there on my my 1-stop strategy and ultimately P4, so I can't really complain. But I was just honestly lucky to not be involved in any accidents or spin anybody out because there was lots of that around me and somehow I kept it clean. So I hope it was a definitely a interesting road course race from the booth perspective. You guys probably had a lot of action to cover.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially there towards the end. it was
exciting.
something. Yeah. Victor, Tristan, y'all got any questions for Mr. Colrad?
No.
All right. Well, like I said, congrats on the P4. You got any other statements you want to say before we let you go?
Not really. It was a fun track. I guess you guys saw Alex blew 4th gear. I don't know if you guys have been told that.
We kind of noticed that from the fact that he was losing so much time on the straightaways. It was basically back and forth between him and Tala almost like pretty much every lap. They're till the end. Like that was really just funny that battle you were guaranteed to have the entire race.
Yeah, I was really watching his POV on my second monitor, and it was just kind of funny seeing how like he would pull away in like sectors 1 and 2, and then in sector 3 Tala would easily fly by him because he didn't have that 4th gear, and it was just like back and forth, and I was just waiting for him to wreck, and they finally did. And of course the ending was insane, but I don't know how he kept a P5, I believe, out of all that. But
I got 6, got past the last corner by Rivera, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot about Rivera.
Or no, right. Rivera got into him on the last lap, and then AGG was able to get around Tala before the line and get him 6th. So yeah.
And Steven blew a tire, I believe.
Yeah. Neil Gallagher actually sent it in on him spot him out.
Yeah,
Right?
I
Put him in
saw
that
it.
spot. Yeah.
I saw it. I was so happy because it was right in front of me. And honestly, I mean, Steven's fine. Don't take this in a wrong way, but I was like so upset at him. I mean, not like for anything necessarily that he did wrong, but just like I was on my fuel mark, like I was saving heavy on my fuel mark, and he had made a mistake, and I got by him, and then like he just was pushing as hard as he could behind me, and I knew what he was trying to do, and he was pushing, and he got like in front of me just because I couldn't. Like I tried to push and stay in front. But ultimately he pushed more and was in front of me, and I just killed my fuel. Like I was like almost a lap short, like from being on my number. So I was like, okay, great. This guy just made me lose an entire lap almost of fuel. But obviously it was because he was trying to save the fuel in front of me. Because it was, it's obviously a hard track to pass, but ultimately it failed for him, and I'm glad to pick up a P4. So yeah, what can I say?
Yeah, worked out, right?
Yep.
Well, like I said, congrats on the top 5. I think next week they're going to Myrtle Beach, I think.
That would be fun.
Yeah, so think we'll see you there?
I believe so, yes.
All right, well, congrats on the top 5 here, and see if that momentum keeps going.
Pocono.
Oh,
Then
Pocono's
Myrtle
next week?
Beach.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. I like Pocono.
I did too. I almost won there multiple times.
Yeah.
IFAR specifically, but yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, I remember I think you led the most laps last season.
I did.
Or was it this season? I don't remember.
It was this season.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think you'll be one to watch for that one. We'll mark that in the calendar and see how you do.
Yeah, home track.
All right. Well,
all right.
Go ahead and guess we'll see you next week.
Yep, we'll see you then. Have a good night.
All right.
User disconnected from your channel.
Let's go ahead and bring in our seventh place finisher, Roman Gonzalez.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey Scubs, you got a copy?
Hello.
Well, you basically did what you needed. You raced the race of attrition. You didn't make any mistakes. You held it clean. You came home P7. How you feeling, man?
I'm just in shock. I'm just like, just because I got P7, I had top 10 pace. I was gonna finish ninth on pace alone, but apparently shenanigans happened on the last lap where the people in front of me just died. So Talha ran out of fuel and something else happened to Steven and he DNF'd. I got 7th out of it.
Steven blew a right front and ended up falling into the ditch.
That's funny. At the end, I just see Talha just stopped on the front stretch right before the line, and I'm like, oh my god, free spot.
Right.
Yeah, with how it is right now, where I'm standing in points, just take anything I can get, and yeah, 7th is really good, especially out of road course for my standards.
Yeah. Not to burst your bubble or nothing, but they do go off of max standings, so you may drop a couple spots. But with this good finish, that might hold that bubble a little bit, maybe even put you a little higher, maybe. But overall, a good race. Ran good, didn't get anything, and got a good finish.
Yeah, even though I know about the max point stuff, the thing I keep looking at is like drop races, because as I see, the worst finishes I have are like 15th and maybe 19th. So every race I try to do better than those spots, so I can those races can remain like just my worst finishes, so my average can be like a little bit better.
That's true. Yeah. I think they'll be starting to kind of crunch those down here, these next 3 races as well.
I know I have no chance at a championship, but like top 5 could be like good as well. Yeah, every week I see like points, and it's like the top 3: Gibson, Benoni, and Lyle, and there's me. Like, what is Polar Bear doing in Arlington, Texas?
Right.
I got that.
Victor and Tristan, y'all got any questions for Scubs?
I just wanted to make a remark about your paint scheme. I actually think it's really cool. I like it.
Thank you.
Victor, do you have any questions?
Well, no offense, Roman, but lately, apart from tonight, you have been a little bit unlucky no matter what league you've been doing. With this being the first time in a little while from what I've seen, you got a little more consistent, stayed out of trouble. How do you keep this consistency going?
Yeah, almost every league I do, things have never really gone my way. It seems like NARL at this point is the only place where I can catch some sort of break. I'm never like the fastest car on the in winning contention on a week-to-week basis, but I just do what I can every single week. And this just goes for every league I'm in. But NARL it seems like I'm like the most consistent, and I don't have like horrendous luck like all the other leagues I do. So yeah, just take what I can get and just try to be consistent and be there when it matters.
All right. Well, do you have any other last statements before we let you go?
Not really. Just figured I'd get on here. Since I haven't really finished top 3 or top 5 that much throughout this season, I figured I'd at least get on here and talk about, me somehow finishing 7th out of luck. That was funny.
Yeah. Well, congrats on the top 10. Next week they're going to Pocono. Do you feel fairly confident for that trip?
I assume we'll do the Pappy version of Pocono, which Pocono's a hit or miss track for me. Mostly miss. I don't really have that great of runs there, but every week just feels the same. Just try to get most of you can to stay relevant in points, We'll just see what happens.
Well, other than that, I think that's all we got. Like I said, congrats on the top 10, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Thank you.
User disconnected from your channel.
All right. Well, that is a wrap on that. Victor, Tristan, y'all got anything I want to say before I go into closing here?
Yeah, that was a very fun road course race for those standards. Just battles all the way around the track, and Benoni versus Lau in the final few laps really kept us on our toes.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just here to say that was in fact a motorsport event, but I'm really just here to say keep your eye out on your YouTube subscription page for the return of the McBasket cast this summer. Coming this summer. We're gonna have some new people. I've literally set up nothing right now. I'm just saying that it's coming.
Oh, this is live on Cheese Food Media. McBasket cast coming back summer 2026. Big news
we
here.
may even have to get Cheese Food Media involved. Could we have a Cheese Food Media sponsored McBasket cast released on the Cheese Food Media channel?
If you want, I mean, if it works for you. I mean, I know you got your own thing going, but I mean, if you want it on here, that's fine.
I mean, hey, if you want to be like a host or something, then like you and me going together, it would be like Hulk Hogan. That time Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage got together in WWF. It'd be like the mega powers, baby. I'm just wondering about where we go from here. Is it the stratosphere? Is it the ionosphere, man?
I don't know. Maybe we'll get something together. We'll have to talk about that a little bit more.
Definitely. Just hit me up and we'll start ironing out some details. I've got a bit of life stuff going on right now, but I'm gonna get around to it.
Gotcha. All right, Victor, do you have any last statements, or are you good?
Well, I do want to make a side note. Next week I have 3 straight BPNR streams, and for 3 straight days I have to do. It's gonna be painful.
Oh God, I didn't even think about that. They got the All-Star race, the Cup race, and then the Bushwhacker series. Holy. Yeah, daggum. That was a mess. 3
challenge,
but yeah. Well, hopefully that goes well. But yeah, we'll call it good here. If If y'all enjoyed the broadcast, be sure to like, subscribe, all that jazz. If you didn't enjoy it, like, subscribe anyway, because screw you. I want to thank Victor, Mr. McBasketball, everybody in the booth tonight. I want to thank Cameron Jamison hosting the league, and everyone else involved. Hope everyone has a good night, and we'll see y'all next time.
Goodbye.